everyone, it's been a while, but welcome to this edition of Talks in the Car. I had an experience that I wanted to share with you that I hope will enlighten you as much as it enlightened and affected me. So I was on my way to work the other day, and I was driving down the main strip leading to the highway, and there was a car that was driving in front of me. And as we got close to the turnoff in order to get onto the highway, the car in front of me did a very abrupt swerve. And just out of instinct, I swerved right along with them. When I saw them swerve, then I swerved as well. And at that particular time, I didn't know why they swerved. All I knew was that it seemed like I needed to do the same. Whatever they were being cautious about, I felt like I needed to be cautious as well. And so as I got past the point where they swerved, I observed a man who was walking over the overpass, walking over the bridge that car had tried to avoid hitting. Now, this individual did have on one of the fluorescent vests, but maybe because the vest was worn or if the vest was dirty, you couldn't see the fluorescent parts until you got right up on that person. And the rest of his clothing was dark. And so if you weren't paying attention, you very well could have hit that man as he was walking. And as I began to think about it, as I went past him, and I had really a sigh of relief, because it really startled me when I realized that the reason why the car ahead of me swerved was due to not hitting someone. I began to think about how many times are we walking in life? How many times are we going through things and we're caught up in things and we are not being seen? We are not being heard. We are not being understood. And rather than us getting hit with more problems, as opposed to us not getting boggled down even further with the things that may be consuming us, God causes things to swerve and not hit us. God causes things to be in a place where we are not hit further with other situations. And as I was driving and thinking about this man who very, very well could have been hit, I was so grateful that God caused me to swerve, that God allowed my instincts to kind of kick in with the person ahead of me so that I would not have been caught up in a tragedy at the death of someone because you really did not see this particular individual. And how many times does God allow us to be in a place where we miss being hit, where we miss being hurt, where we miss situations getting us all entangled, where we miss further problems, where we miss situations that could boggle us down. And we have to really be thankful for the misses. We have to be grateful for the times when we should have been hit with this, when we could have been involved in that, when that could have happened, when this could have happened, when we may have accepted something thinking it was good, only to find out that it was not the best thing for us. When we missed being in that relationship that we thought was so wonderful, but in reality it was to our detriment. When we missed getting that job that we really wanted, we thought the salary was wonderful, we thought the circumstances was wonderful, only to find out that it could have been so much more stress. It could have been so much more problems, maybe with other employees or with supervisors. And God allowed those situations to miss us. God allowed us, even though we did not see or we were not aware of all that was coming with those situations, we were missed by that car hitting us. We were missed by that spiritual truck running us over, and we could continue about our journey. We didn't always see the end result. We didn't always see what was happening in the middle of a situation, but God in his wisdom and God in being omniscient and being able to see the beginning from the end allowed us to miss or to be missed by those things that we were not aware of. So I want to encourage you today that if you did not get the job, if the relationship did not bloom and it ended, if something that you wanted to happen didn't go the way you wanted it to happen, didn't go the way you expected, just know that God allowed the miss. God allowed you not to be hit by that spiritual car, that spiritual truck. God allowed a swerve so that you would not find yourself in a spiritual situation that you may not be able to recover from, that you would be hurt from, that you would be tormented from. God allowed that miss. And because God loves us so much and allowed that miss, we can be thankful. We can be grateful. We may not understand. We may not see. We may not even know as it's happening why that miss, why that denial, why that no is happening now. But knowing God the way we do, knowing God the way we claim to know him, even in our not being able to understand, we can still give thanks. We can still be grateful because we know that everything God does is with purpose. Everything God does is for our benefit. Everything God does is because he loves us so much that he wants to see us succeed. He wants to see us move forward. He wants the very best for us as his children. So be grateful for the miss. Say thank you for the miss. Don't allow that miss to bring you to a place of hurt and to bring you down and to bring you to a place where you become discouraged. But just know that that miss is actually a blessing. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next edition of Talks in the Car.